Welcome, everybody. So my name's Travis Martin. I've lost over 100 pounds on the program. I've come off all prescription medications, and now I get to teach this stuff. It's an amazing opportunity to get to teach this to my brothers and sisters in Christ. I've been doing this for about 20 years. If you're new, I started by accident in this journey, did free grocery tours in my local community for 3 years, did that for free, ended up having a weight loss organization, got out of that back in 2000, around 2011, 2012. And then my wife and I formed Shibboleth, and we've been doing it ever since. And to us, it's a ministry first and foremost, friends helping friends. We feel like we have the most robust weight loss and wellness program on the planet Earth. We've been told we have one of the largest wellness websites on the internet. We offer unrivaled support and care. We're not one of those self-guided programs only. You have really caring people on our team that really want to meet you where you are and help you get to where you want to go. But you have to do your part. You have to make a decision. Do you really want to change your lifestyle? We're going to talk a little bit about that in a few moments. I'll try to unpack some things. We'll do things backwards today. I'll try to unpack some of these questions. I do 2 sessions, by the way. I do 11 a.m. Our 11 a.m. session, Monday through Friday, is supposed to be about meal ideas and food combining. I think we've kind of run that gamut now. We'll probably be changing up the format of the 11 o'clock hour when I get some more feedback from folks, because it's turning also into a Q&A session. We will also do Q&A at noon today. We do that Monday through Friday to fill in any plug in any holes or gaps in the information, or correct any translation of the information that we're teaching for our great members. So right now, 11, 12 o'clock, Monday through Friday is a great time to come. Be blessed. Keep moving forward on your journey. We're glad you're here. The focus of this class is meal ideas and food combinations. So if you have questions about that, that will be the questions that I prioritize at this time. But we've already got some questions that I'm going to try to help out with, like this fat-free question. If you are brand new here, if you want to lose the kind of weight that you're hearing about Shibboleth members losing, it's very important that you start with a right relationship with food. And that's going to require you to have a right relationship, a very grace-driven relationship with your Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Once you've got that right and you're ready to make a sincere change, we've got all the tools you're ever going to need: meal plans, one-on-one meetings, group meetings, huge library, recipes, you name it. We've got it, because it's what the Lord has ordered our steps to do. But again, you got to do your part. And part of that is a little investment of time. You're not being given a diet. You're being taught how foods combine and how you can target and remove unwanted body fat with efficiency. You're being taught how to shop at your local grocery store. You're being taught a ton of stuff, and you think you need a pill or potion for weight loss that's powerful, but you don't. You just need regular grocery store foods to be successful with this program. But you got to do your part. You got to watch those fast track videos, watch the fast track videos. Then there's a little test at the end of that. Pass the test and earn the fast track badge. That should be the beginning for everybody. For our free community members, you have access to a series of videos as well that you should start watching upon starting the program. They're really short videos. Now, myself, I prefer a longer format, but I have yielded to the request of providing shorter videos. The challenge with those shorter videos is that you sleep after watching one, right? So by the next day, you've forgot 2 days ago worth of information. It just seems to be more impactful if you'll take the time and go through all of the fast track videos on a weekend day. Take Saturday, spend a couple hours going through those videos, really take out a notepad, pen, pencil, take some notes so you recall better, and then come to these live classes. But if your way forward is those short videos every day, hopefully you'll go through them a few times until you master the information. But again, we don't want to give you a diet. The first 3 letters of the word diet spell die. Anything we start with and can't stay with forever is a waste of our time. So if I give you a diet, the minute that you get bored with that diet, you're going to go back to your old eating lifestyle. So you need plenty of variety. You need to know the chemical reactions that take place in your body when you eat a food. You'll make better decisions when you learn nutrition. So come go with us. We'll help you. We'll never abandon you. Sometimes we might exhibit a little tough love if someone's making excuses. But all in all, this is a very grace-driven program. We don't judge you. We don't judge you for failing day after day. We don't judge you for being successful day after day. We're just here as an adult, as a brother in Christ, to try to give you the information that you need based upon your goals for you to be successful. And if you're making excuses, I will point it out to you, because excuses are a plague. You'll never get to where you want to go if you listen to excuses. One last thing for today, you need to forget everything that you thought you knew about nutrition, because 80% of what you've been taught is wrong. I mean, it's just clickbait. So this is a lifestyle, practical, sustainable, and fun. Okay. So before I get into my little monologue, if I even get to that, I'm going to answer some of these questions. So right out of the gate, we've got some good questions. So Diane Malone, one of our great Shibboleth members who's been very successful, says, please talk to us about using fat-free products. And I'm assuming it's because we have been told that fat-free products typically contain a lot of sugar. They're processed and they're not good for you. So first of all, I have to combat this notion that Shibboleth is about processed foods or fat-free foods or sugar-free foods. That is erroneous. And I will continue to preach that. There are a lot of erroneous thought processes that people have when they come into Shibboleth and they look in our food library and they see some processed foods in that food library. Okay, let me set that subject matter aside for a moment. Our program is about eating clean, organic, whole foods combined the right way to target and remove unwanted body fat. This is why we categorize all foods. We categorize them. Every whole food is put in its proper place in a category. Chicken breast. Chicken breast is basically fat-free too, by the way. So you've got chicken breast, fish, egg whites, and all other lean variety in category 1. Category 2, you're talking about your basic fibrous vegetables, broccoli, asparagus, squash. You've got category 3 carbohydrates, corn, potatoes, long grain brown rice, and a lot more. I'm just giving you the short list. Category 4, steak, pork, hamburger, meat. Category 5, all fruit is allowed on the program. Category 6, all superfoods. Category 7, all shellfish. And then you have condiments that you put on your foods to flavor them. So a lot of resistance that you'll get from your peer group when you're sharing Shibboleth is going to be, well, you might be losing weight, but you shouldn't be eating fat-free stuff, or you shouldn't be eating foods with artificial sweeteners in them. You're going to hear a lot of that. Surprise, surprise, I agree with them. I agree. I absolutely agree. And the person that's telling you that you shouldn't be eating artificial sweetened products and fat-free products, and how are they faring? What are they consuming? Are they still having their Doritos with their starch and their trans fats? I suspect so. They're looking for a way to talk you out of a blessing, and you should ignore them. And you should be able to make, you should have sound apologetics as it relates to your lifestyle, so that you can tell them this is why we do what we do. So again, let me ask you this. Can you follow Shibboleth, the Shibboleth lifestyle, and eat completely whole foods and eat organic foods? Can you do that? You can. So I have another question. If I said to all of my clients, 37,000 clients, if I said you can if I said you can only eat organic whole foods on this program. No more potato chips, no more ice cream, no more pizza, no more fat-free anything, no more sugar-free anything. You can only eat organic whole foods that grow from the ground and roam the earth. That's it, forevermore. How many of my folks would I lose out of that 37,000? That the program is helping. You cannot eat bread. Bread makes you dead, all right? I'd lose most everybody. But if I meet people where they are, if I believe what I say I believe, whether you believe it or not, I believe that I'm commissioned by God, ordained of God, to help people lose weight and understand nutrition and live a more well and joyful life. I believe that. Can't stop me. I've proven it. Has anybody read in the Bible about Gamaliel? They asked Gamaliel, should we stop this group that's healing people and they're doing this and doing that? And he said, well, I don't know why you try to stop them, because if it's of God, you can't stop them. If it's not of God, it'll come to naught. I've been doing this for 20 years. I'm not trying to get people hooked on artificial sweeteners or fat-free goods or sugar-free goods. Now, I know that I'm not being direct about Diane's question, but I'm trying to give you my philosophies because it might help your philosophy. So if I want to help people where they are, I don't say if you're not going to stick to these few foods, I can't help you. Okay, now maybe I could help somebody more optimally if they only ate from this whole food list. Certainly, I could help someone more efficiently and more optimally if they were more disciplined. But when you meet someone where they are, like I was at over 300 pounds back in the day, if you tried to take my Cokes from me, if you tried to take my breads from me, you could now. I hardly eat those things. I don't even drink a Coke anymore. I'll drink a diet one. That's another thing. But if you, at me over 300 pounds, you had taken my peanut butter sandwiches away from me, I would not have been successful. I needed to grow up in the information. Does that make sense so far? Now, when I was coming up with the program, I first categorized whole foods. One of the things that hurts my feelings is when people say you approve all this junk without really looking into the program and investigating. This is a whole food program. We want you eating the cleanest stuff. But when you want, I want to meet you in the middle with some lesser evils. So an example, as part of a Shibboleth perfect day, if you're tasting cheese, you can have full fat cheese as a condiment. The problem with that is that's only that much. My thumb knuckle up is 50 calories of cheese. If you're needing more cheese than that, like you would have on a grilled cheese sandwich, instead of me telling you you cannot have a grilled cheese sandwich, I say have these breads with this fat-free cheese. And then you can have more cheese. Because without the fat in that cheese, the starch in the breads that I've selected for you won't store that fat in that cheese. If you say, I have to have my Coca-Colas every day, I have to say, no, you can't do that and lose weight. You can only have your Coca-Cola on a holiday. Therefore, you've got to find a void replacement or dump the Coca-Colas. You can't lose weight if you're drinking a Coke. Well, Brother Travis, can I have a Diet Coke? That would be approved. That would be a lesser evil because we're then not spiking our blood sugar. Now, I've left no stone unturned for my own self. So Travis is tasting some full-fat hunk cheese. I like my hunk cheese. That's what Daddy called it. I call it hunk cheese too. So I like full-fat hunk cheese, Gouda cheese. I found a way where I can have that in a 24-hour day if I do proper planning. And I can have a large portion of it with full-fat bacon. It's called a lion day or a shark day. So there's nothing that you can't do under the Shibboleth umbrella if you manage it properly. If you manage remap your brain and mentally manage it better, manage your day better, be more forward looking. Like if I know that I'm going to have friends come to the house, I'm going to plan my holiday for that day that I have earned so I can eat what I want. If I've been getting a hankering for some full fat, really rich, delicious cheese, then I'm going to have a lion day. And I'm going to do it right so that I can offset any negative impact from all that fat. If I want a grilled cheese sandwich, I'm going to have a Shibboleth perfect day so I can have my approved bread and my fat-free cheese. So it's not that we're a promoter of fat-free products or sugar-free products. In fact, I could care less what a product says on the label. I am chiefly concerned. That's all marketing. That's marketing. I'm chiefly concerned with this nutrition label and what the ratio of protein and fiber is to carbohydrate. That's all I'm concerned with. I'm not concerned with what they say. I don't care if it says keto. I don't care if it says sugar-free. I don't care. I look at this nutrition label and I say, based upon this nutrition label, this is where this product applies in our Shibboleth lifestyle. Does that make sense, everyone? Diane, does that unpack that enough, or do I need to answer something a little more specifically? We approve of every food, even the bad ones. We approve them. It's just where will you fit it into our program that makes sense for you. Okay, I do not believe in leaving people with any void, because they will yield back to their old behaviors if you leave them with a void. Lisa, so I like the approved Velveeta cheese with approved wrap and turkey and mustard. Is that combo okay? Well, we got to go and look in the library. Okay. So I'm going to pretend I don't know the answer, because we want to teach people how to use Command Central, okay? So just like in the Matrix movie, they had to plug into a computer, right? By the way, it's funny how Hollywood eventually mimics real life. It's like they know something we don't know, because we all, when the metaverse comes, it's going to feel like we're living in the Matrix. Get used to it. So you're going to be plugging into this website, this Command Central. And what we're going to do is go into our food library. And let's say that we're not in a live session with Travis, and we're not doing a one-on-one mentoring session with, say, Joni. And you're left to your own self. So we come in here and I'm going to type in Velveeta. I don't believe anything anyone tells me. So if let's say that my friend and me and Patty are out and about, and Patty Bass says, you can have such and such, it's approved. Am I going to believe Patty if I don't know it to be a fact, or am I going to check the computer? I'm going to check the computer. All right. I'm going to get verification, and she should too, because I forget things. Just because I founded the program doesn't mean that I remember it all, especially if I'm not eating it. So one of the things Lisa asked here, I never eat. I do not eat Velveeta cheese. I heard that we approved it. Well, Travis, how did this get in your library and you don't know about it? We have the amazing Kim Shibboleth that goes by my formulas. I can't eat and taste test everything. I'll get all my weight back. So she's looked, and apparently she has rated them, according to my formulas, a 0. And all Velveeta cheese isn't approved, just these Velveeta cheeses. What does a 0 mean, everyone? So that we can all be adults and make good decisions. Hey, Lynn Eldon, what does 0 mean on our weight loss meter? These little zeros. Yeah, it won't hurt you, but it might not help you, okay? Which is good. That's good. Understand that a 0 is good. if we're going to be living this as a lifestyle, it might not be good for us to meet our deadline of getting ready for an anniversary or a wedding or whatever. But if we're sticking with this for a lifetime, a zero is not going to set us back. It's just not going to propel us forward. So I'm looking at this and I go to Velveeta and I go, okay, this Velveeta is a condiment. I can have a slice of it. Let's see what else. Hey, Kim Danke, let's go see what else Lisa wanted to unpack here. Now I got to scroll back. I got to find her. Sorry, Lisa. This is always tough. Where did you go? Where did that comment go? Did I jump around out of order? Now I ain't gonna be able to find it. There it is. So I like approved Velveeta with approved wrap and turkey. Okay, so mustard is allowed. We would Google that if we did not know. Mustard is allowed. It's a free condiment, almost no calories. And then she wants an approved wrap. So let me type in tortilla. Oh, I typed that in wrong, so it ain't gonna come back with nothing. Tortilla. Now I can't get my computer to work. Bless me. Lots of tortillas and slow internet at the house. All right, so here comes tortillas. So now, Lisa, you would pick out a tortilla that you're willing. Now, don't go by brand names because all La Banderita brand name tortillas won't work. It's just these specific ones. And look at how many. So let's say that you picked out Mission Carb Balance. That's yours. You've vetted it and you know it's approved and it's a good one. So boom, you've got your Velveeta cheese, your appropriate tortilla, and maybe from class you remember that turkey breast is already approved. You could type it in the food library, but now you know. So what does she have here? This is a category 1 turkey breast plus a category 2 tortilla or wrap plus Velveeta cheese, condiment portion only. So she's got a 1 plus 2 plus condiment. Would that be allowed, everyone? Yeah, so she's got her meal. Now you say, that took me 3 minutes to decide. Okay, that's 3 minutes that's well invested that now is in your shepherd's pouch. Like that's a meal idea as you cultivate tens and tens and tens and tens of meal ideas that will help you lose weight that are exercise on a plate. You just found one more that you can add to your arsenal that you will enjoy that will help you lose body fat. So that was 3 minutes that was well invested in your future. Because a lot of people say, I don't have time to look that up. As slow as that was with my slow internet, that only took a couple of minutes and boom, I've got a meal idea that protects my muscle, that tastes great, and helps me burn fat. We've got to constantly be talking to ourselves, what's good about this meal? It tastes great. There's protein in it. I get some cheese. It's going to help me lose weight. It's going to be satisfying because of all the protein. It's going to stop the insulin. The insulin I'm going to keep it really low and abated so I don't destroy my mitochondria and reduce my lifespan. So you just keep talking yourself into doing the right thing. Good job. So Sandra says, can I add lettuce to that? Everyone, can Sandra add lettuce to that wrap? What do y'all think? And tell me why she can add lettuce to that wrap. It's 0 calories, right? It's basically almost 0 calories. It's a freebie. So you could. You could add any other freebie to that. You could add fat-free mayo. That's very low calorie. You could add a little bit of wasabi sauce. There's several things you could add to it. Yeah. You're not really increasing the calories, then it's fine. I'm looking for more questions. Bear with me. Thanks for your patience. Terry, congratulations. Is off another medication today. Glory to God. Bless the name of the Lord. That's awesome. Deborah, is there a place we can see the food combination ideas, suggestions from prior calls? They're all in the video library. They're all in the video library. If y'all would like, I'm happy to come up with 20 or 30 with you today. If you don't have any more questions, we've got time. We can come up with just endless numbers of meal ideas. It's crazy. There's endless numbers of meals. So if you don't have time to watch the preceding videos, they're all in the library. Let me show you how to find those. So when I go to resources, I go to my video library, and then I go to recently added, and I will find all of the recent videos, all the 11 a.m. and 12 p.m. sessions. And sometimes we might hit on one meal idea. Sometimes there might be 10 in that video. But we can come up with many right now and then also put them in our digital worksheet. This is actually a food combining meal idea class anywho. Patty's down 100 pounds, everyone. Congratulations. Awesome job. Terry, can I combine flounder salad with strawberries and couscous? I don't know. Can you? So flounder, if prepared and cooked properly, Terry, with MCT oil, grilled, baked, no bad fats added, no long chain triglyceride fats added, is a category 1. Salad veggies, if salad veggies only, is a category 2. So if I'm looking at my meal combinations, automatically in the best columns, the red and the yellow column, I see a 1 and a 2 already. I already lost Terry. There she is. Okay. So I see a 1 and a 2. So I've got my flounder and my salad. And then she also wants strawberries and couscous. So strawberries is a category 5. Couscous is a category 3. Should she be having both a 3 and 5 on the same plate, everyone? Unless one is just a condiment. No, she should not. So you have to decide. Do you want the strawberries or do you want the couscous? Now, you want them both? That's what I love about Shibboleth. Could you put 50 calories worth of couscous on your salad and then have your strawberries too? Yes, as long as we keep that portion at a condiment level, 50 calories or less, you can have anything. Now, you can't have 50 calories of couscous, 50 calories of another condiment, 50 calories of another condiment. But if that's your thing is couscous, put those on your salad at 50 calories or less. Make sure everything else on that salad is just greens, salad greens. You got your flounder, your salad, and then for dessert, some delicious strawberries. Does that make sense? Does that unpack that for you? Let me know if that helps, Terry. If not, I'll dive deeper with you. Karen, if I fast 16 hours each day, should I still have 3 eating episodes or just 2? Fasting has become much easier than I thought it would be. I prefer 2, but can you have 3? You can. That's a lot of food in an 8-hour period if you have 3 eating episodes. But with that 16-hour fast, you will be able to properly digest that food and get reset for the next day. Now, with that said, if you don't need it, don't have it. what we're concerned with when you start limiting your eating episodes is, are you getting enough protein? With 2 eating episodes that have protein on that plate, you should be getting enough to preserve your current amount of lean tissue on your frame. Does that make sense, Karen? Most days I eat 2 eating episodes. That's not to say I can't have 3. I'm looking for more questions. Bear with me. Christy asked, can you have a protein shake and Mighty Muffin for breakfast? So the most expedient, optimal answer is no. It is not expedient to have 2 meals in one. So an approved protein shake and an approved Mighty Muffin is 2 different meal replacements when you're in the weight loss phase. Now, the protein shake is a category 1. The Mighty Muffin is a meal replacement. If you really feel that you need to have it, Miss Christie, you can have it, but you've got to limit the protein shake calories. You cannot limit the Mighty Muffin calories unless you're only going to eat half of it. There's going to be 200 to 250 calories in your Mighty Muffin, and it's pre-digested. Then on top of that, we're adding additional calories in the form of a protein shake that's also pre-digested, meaning we're not going to expend much energy through the digestion process of these 2 foods. What's good about these 2 foods is they're high in protein and preserve muscle. What's bad about these foods is that they're pre-digested and will not force your body to send much blood flow to the digestive system. So to have both of them at the same time, I think, is counterproductive, but really won't hurt you if you keep your overall calories to 300 to 350. So maybe your Mighty Muffin, and then you have a nice shake that's 100, 120 calories. Let me know if that makes sense. But I did want to tell you that I would not do that. I would not tell you you could not do that. That would still be a perfect meal if you feel that you need both at one time. What I would do, I would have my Mighty Muffin for breakfast and my protein shake for lunch, and then I would have a nice dinner because my goal is to lose body fat. Every hour, I want to be losing that body fat, operating in a calorie deficit, supporting my muscle. That's what I want to do. Brittany, can you please go over how to calculate the percentage that makes a category 1 and category 4 from a nutrition label? Only if you make me. Do you want to make me do that? If you're going to make me, I'll try. But I would prefer not to. I would prefer to look at the library. But if you say, yes, do it, I'll do it. I'm at your disposal. Okay. All right. Okay. Number 1, any meat that's right off the bone of the animal that's not processed, that's not overtly processed. This is just going to confuse everybody. But it's okay because I said I would do it. So if it's ribs, it's a category 4. I don't care that it's more than 50% calories from fat. If it is steak, it's a category 4. If it's fish, it's a category 1. Before we go further, does everybody understand if it's off the bone and minimally processed, it goes where it goes? Does everybody understand that? Okay. What we're talking about here when we look at calories from fat, we're looking at processed meat like ground beef and hot dog franks. Are we on the same page so far, Brittany? This is the only time you'll need to do a calculation, is with processed meat. Okay, so when we're looking at ground beef, for example, let's say that ground beef says it's 96% lean. That means nothing to me. I could care less that they say that. Let me find a better marker. Okay, so I'm looking at ground beef and it says 96% lean and there's a heart on it and it says it's healthy and the package is about yay size. So what I care about is that nutrition label. And that nutrition label is going to say something like 120 calories for 4-ounce serving, 120 calories, and then it's going to say something like 3 grams of fat, 3 grams of fat. If meat has carbohydrate in it, then that is bad stuff they've added. Okay, so you better keep your carbohydrate in your meat products down to a minimal, or they've infused a lot of starch in it. Like imitation crab, we approve it, but it's not one of the best things because they've infused starch in it. Got to watch that with processed meat. But what we're looking at here is looking at our ground beef and trying to determine, is this a category 1 or category 4? That's what Brittany's trying to determine. So sometimes it will tell you how many calories from fat are in this product. But if it doesn't, we look at the grams of fat. Does anybody know how many calories are in a gram of fat? 9. So we take 3 times 9, Miss Brittany, and that gives us 27. 27. So then when I take 27, I got to take the calories from fat, calories from fat, 27 divided by 120, and it says that there are 22 and a half, this is 22.5% calories from fat. Now, we made the executive decision a long time ago that this is our cutoff. That's a little more than 20%. We try to keep the best meat choices for category 1 are going to be 20% calories from fat or less. But because 96 is so close, we approve this one as a category 1. Now, let's take that same look at an 85% lean product, or a hot dog, or bacon, or whatever. So we've got this package says 85% lean. That sounds like it's going to be lean. In fact, at 85% lean, one would think that it's less than 20% calories from fat or less. But they're talking about by the weight, not by the calories. Actually, in a package this size that's 85% lean, ding, 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 only this much of the package, Brittany, is lean. The rest of this is all filler fat, the worst kind of fat. So we think it's lean the way they marketed it, and it's not lean at all. And now it says something like this: 240 calories, 240 per serving, the calories doubled, and then it might say something like 20 grams of fat. What's 9 times 20, everybody? $180. So now I take 180 and I go into 240. $180 divided by 240 is 75% calories from fat, and it's processed. What should I do with this meat? It's 75% calories from lard, bad fat, filler fat, nasty fat, deadly fat. What should I do with this? If it's on sale, I should keep it for the family cookout, right? It won't hurt them to have it once, but I'm not eating it. Are y'all with me? That's for the cookout. It's on sale. I'm going to feed it to my friends, right? Or give it to the dog. Is there ever a time when I can have 85% lean, 85%, 75% calorie from fat ground beef? On a line day, if there's 0 carbs, I can have this as part of a line day. It won't hurt you because you're not going to eat any carbs with it. All right, Brittany, one more. Let me give you this, Brittany, a couple of more things. Couple more things. You have the food library, but if you want to figure stuff yourself, for it to be category 1, it has to be really close to 20% calories from fat or less. That's what we're shooting for. Anything that's significantly higher than that and up to 50% calories from fat would be a category 4. Does that make sense, Brittany? Okay, one more thing. You can also do the following. You can go to the website and you can go down here and pull up the food calculator. If you fill in all of these correctly, example, let me show you, ground beef, and it's not a meal replacement. I'm looking for meat. This is a processed meat. What kind is it? It's beef. Does the product have a nutrition label? Yes. What are the total calories? 240. What are the total fat grams? Let's say that they're 20. What are the calories from fat in the serving size? 180. What are the total carbohydrates? 0. What are the total sugar grams in the serving size? 0. It's meat. No sugar, alcohol. No fiber in meat. What are the total protein grams? Let's say 10. Let's check it. And it says your food is not Shibboleth approved. So this only works, everyone, this will only work if you input the information and the type of product perfectly. Does that make sense, everyone? Did everybody know about that food calculator, or is that a new one for you? Again, if you classify something wrong, that's actually Kim Shibboleth's tool she uses to approve stuff, but she knows how to use it correctly. And if you don't use it correctly, you're going to approve the wrong foods. And then you've set yourself back. There's safety in a multitude of counsel. So I don't understand, unless we're just in a hurry because we're Esau and we think we're going to faint in the way if we don't eat now, the best way is run the numbers, but then ask in one of our support groups, I've run the numbers, it looks like it's approved, can somebody double check? And once you know, you never have to do that again. These are my philosophies, and this is how I've been able to lose over 130 pounds and go from a size 44 to a 32. So I want you to listen to me. Don't listen to me about other areas of my life, but the food part, yes, please listen to me. All right. If I miss questions, I want to apologize, but somebody asked for meal ideas, and I want to do rapid fire meal ideas, if that's okay. So let me get a couple of things up here so that we can come up with some meal ideas for these folks that are struggling with variety. Thank you for your patience. I'm pulling up worksheets. And Brittany, I hope you don't think I was giving you a hard time. A lot of the things that I say, I'm literally saying it for everybody else, because I prefer people to be really careful, because when they start trying to do food formulas on their own, they don't just mess themselves up, they mess a lot of people up. Because I can't, like one tail-toted to another. You know how that goes. It's by the time it gets to the end user, it's totally off. So I prefer to share food formulas with folks one-on-one rather than in a group. That's really all I meant. Deborah, I'm going to type them up for you. All right. So let me find the right worksheet. Let's see which is a good one here. I don't like that one. Let's do another one. Which one? Yeah, let's do this. Let's just do a few. All right, y'all. What are some great breakfast ideas for our folks that are struggling with variety? Breakfast ideas, traditional. Hey, Julie Court, good to have you. Approved. I say approved because we want to, just any French toast won't work, right? So it goes without saying, approved French toast recipe. Approved breakfast. But let's, Dana, let's unpack what that would look like. What would be in a breakfast burrito? Bio coffee and health-wise hot chocolate mixed together. Approved breakfast casserole recipe. Approved muffin. Egg whites. Canadian bacon. And approved cheese. Turkey bacon on approved bread with fat-free mayo, nice. Let me ask you this, can I do a BLT? Is that allowed, a BLT with approved turkey bacon and a slice of tomato? Egg white omelet, egg white and spinach omelet. Approved Hot Pockets. Three egg whites, Jimmy Dean turkey sausage. Egg whites with bell pepper, mushrooms, and fat-free cheese, good. Egg whites to the burritos, good. I'm going to put some traditional stuff, Advanced Health Systems pancakes, Mighty Muffin, approved cereal, approved shake, sugar biscuits. I put that for me. I love my mock sugar biscuits. Mama used to make them for us. Everybody, has anybody else ever eat a sugar biscuit? Grilled cheese, peanut butter toast, Carb Quick, turkey sausage muffin recipe with Carb Quick's good. All right, so we unpacked quite a few there. Please share the recipe for sugar biscuits. So my wife makes some awesome Carb Quick biscuits. They look like big cat head biscuits. Y'all have to ask her how she does it. She does use the recipe, but I've seen other people's not turn out like hers. Hers are amazing. And then I simply put some ghee butter on the inside when they're hot. And I put some monk fruit. So ghee butter, monk fruit, and my big cat head biscuits, 2 of them. That makes for a great breakfast for me. There you go. Just a fun one. Good job, Diane. Okay, so we packed. What about some lunch ideas? Any lunch ideas with our remaining minutes? Sandra, what I'll do if y'all will love on me a little bit. I don't know what form that will look. Just kind words will do, but I'll do my best to get it typed up and sent to everybody that's in the Zoom room. Hey, Maureen, good to have you on Facebook. Any lunch ideas? I don't know if it looks like it's not going to scroll properly. There you go. Maybe try it that way. I misspelled a lot of stuff. If you want to screenshot it that way. Hamburger soup recipe. Yeah, I'll try to type all this up for you and get it to you in the class notes. If y'all show me some love. I work for tips too. I work for tips. I approve tortilla with turkey, pepperoni. Good one. Approved tortilla with turkey, pepperoni, and pizza sauce. I love it. Chick-fil-A grilled nuggets, side salad. Tuna wrap with a dill pickle. Now, y'all understand if they're not Shibboleth members, they don't know what a tuna wrap and dill pickle is. They'll go get the wrong kind. So when you just make sure that if you're giving your list out to people, that I know our folks do all the time, we talk to non-members all the time that call in and go, why ain't I losing weight? They're doing the program, they're piggybacking off a friend, and they're doing it with no education. This happens all the time. And their tuna wrap and dill pickle meant a corn tortilla, or it wasn't your version. So you have to explain to people, if you want to help Shibboleth, you have to explain to them this is about the macronutrient profile. It's not just a tuna wrap, it's the proper wrap, and tuna in water is fine, et cetera, et cetera. Approved egg salad. I've been hung up on that lately. I like that. Approved egg salad. Don't forget, when I send class notes, it's inevitably probably going to go to your spam folder. I do have a Venmo account, but I don't know it off the top of my head. When somebody's going to try to tip me, I can't remember my Venmo account. Shrimp and squash with bell peppers. Beautiful. Turkey spam. And fat-free cheese. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. What about some dinner ideas? Let's do that. What about dinner? Turkey meat. Marie says I had some turkey meat cooked like hamburger and MCT oil. Good. A1 sauce, green beans. Awesome. Awesome one. So had turkey burger cooked in MCT with green beans. Nice. Good job. Can you have regular nuggets? You can at Chick-fil-A. I don't know of anywhere else where regular nuggets are approved. Chick-fil-A, fried nuggets up to 8. with a side salad. Does that make sense? Let me know that makes sense. You can have 8 fried nuggets, and that's approved. Crock pot, only at Chick-fil-A. Crock pot, ranch, pork chops, all this is in the library. Steak with green beans. Curried cod with tomatoes and chickpeas. All right, got to be careful here. So tomatoes and chickpeas are a category 3. I don't see any category 2, Terry. So you could have the cod. We need to add a category 2 like broccoli. Got to add a category 2. Let me know that makes sense. And then you got to dial back on the portion of either tomatoes or chickpeas. So one you could have a 1/4 cup of, and the other would have to be only a 50-calorie condiment portion. Does that make sense, Terry? I want everybody to get that, or there'll be a mistake. Okay, see, Terry, I didn't know that. Like if y'all will specify that it's a recipe, because a recipe is different, because that means we vetted the serving sizes and the amounts of the ingredients. So like if Terry would have said the approved curry cod recipe, I would have assumed she knew what she was talking about. If we're just talking about the cod and we're going to curry it, I don't know unless everybody's specific. Not admonishing Terry. I'm just trying to let you know that a recipe that's in our library has already been looked at, and the serving size has been looked at, so that we make sure that per the serving size, there's enough protein and fiber. Does that make sense, everyone? And all these others are great. To die for, roasting green beans, tilapia. Christy, tilapia and sweet potatoes wouldn't work. What have we got to add to tilapia and sweet potatoes, everyone? Got to add your category 2. Good deal. Good deal. I'm going to go on and save this so we don't lose it. Meal ideas. And then I'll try to get it typed up as soon as I can. It's going to be a little bit, but I'll remember most of those. Okay. All right. It's time to go to the next class. I'm sorry I didn't get to everybody's meal idea and question or comment. My apologies for that. Those of you that have time to come to the noon class, you're welcome to come over there. I do have to abruptly end this webinar and go to the other one. Thank y'all so much for coming today. Please remember Shibboleth. If the Lord leads you, you can become a partner, a monthly partner, or a one-time partner at www.helpshibboleth.com. That allows me to keep doing what I'm doing and keep our great support team employed. So helpshibboleth.com. I'll see some of you at the noon hour. Bye, y'all.